Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. Today we are going to talk with John DeLorean's son, Zachary DeLorean, and just kind of catch up with him and talk with him about the DeLorean car and Back to the Future. And as you can see here, here's one of the Back to the Future cars. And here's a bunch of other DeLoreans. There's like 50 or so DeLoreans here, so let's talk. So today we're going to talk to Zachary DeLorean in person. And I just wanted to ask you quickly, and thank you for the video too. I truly appreciate it. And so what did your father think when he used the DeLorean for the Back to the Future movie?
A little bit of a surprise. I was shocked, kind of thrown off by the whole thing, but it worked out. Apparently, the movie kind of solidified the history of the car, and then the car is what made the movie iconic.
Right.
I think the original Bob Gale was saying that the original time machine was going to be a refrigerator.
Right. Yeah, I remember hearing that.
So the car, I think, kind of boosted the funness of the movie, So I think it did a good thing for both. I think the movie was good for the car, and the car was good for the movie. So,
wow.
Yeah.
And I heard too that Michael J. Fox is going to be in town in Chicago next weekend. Comic-Con.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. But
yeah.
That's way the hell out of my wheelhouse. So,
but
it's cool, and I grew up watching Michael J. Fox, so to find out years ago that MS that he had,
right.
And I thought, oh my God, man, because I watched him on Family Ties, all the movies.
Parkinson's, that's it, yeah.
Parkinson's. And I watched, I grew up watching him as Michael Keaton, and then, like, Little Republican. Yeah, it's fucking great, and then, all the movies that he did in the 80s, and then he was on some sitcoms in the 90s. Yeah. Spin City, I think he was on that.
Right, yeah.
So to hear then late years later, and I've read, I think he wrote 2 books, and I've read the first one. Never got around to reading the second one, but it's a shame,
It is,
I'm glad people like Terry and Oliver can get out with their time machine. I think they've raised, in the 8 or 9 years they've been doing it, 10 years, they've raised almost $1 million. Just them alone.
Right.
So, he's still, Michael J. Fox is still going, So, I wish him the best, I'd actually like to meet him someday and shake his hand for the Back to the Future movies. And just to let him know that I'm not his biggest fan. There's other actors I do love too, but I grew up watching him, and it's a trip, man. And then he's tied in with this car, so
right.
So like the movie, the car, they all complement each other real well, I think, And I know some of the traditional DeLorean owners get a little tired of the Back to the Future stuff,
right?
But you got to take it all in and do what you got to do, man. And that's part of it now, and it's because of that movie.
I would just be happy just to own one the way it is, because it's just truly itself just a beautiful, beautiful car.
Yeah, that one down there, I'm going to take some pictures of the license plates.
Oh, the Wyoming one?
The Wyoming.
That's right where you're headed.
Yeah, I know, man. That might be my daily commute to Wyoming. So it's crazy to see where all these cars come from. Like, we got Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts.
Right. I love all the plates, too. They're all have their own little things on them.
They've got
customized plates.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So it's, I don't know, man. I think the movie was good for the car, and I think the car was good for the franchise. It really was. So, I don't know if it'll be... Are they doing another Back to the Future?
They're doing the musical now.
Oh, it's just a musical, right?
They opened it in the UK last year, or actually before the pandemic, but it became more prevalent last year.
Right.
And they went ahead and did the Broadway.
Right.
It actually started yesterday or the day before in New York.
I kept hearing something about Back to the Future 4. I keep hearing about all the time, but I don't think they're gonna.
No, Bob Gale, actually both of them, both the Bobs have said, Bob Gale and Bob Zemeckis, they said, as long as they're both alive, there's no Back to the Future 4 or any kind of reboot for another trilogy or anything.
Wow.
48 years later, after the company disappeared, I mean, I was just telling Terry, you know, in the 70s, he wanted to build an economical car, good-looking sports car that was safe, that the average car that anybody blue-collar to middle class could afford. And when the company failed, everybody said that he failed. Well, I kind of disagree because 40 years later,
Look at it.
There's 50 of them sitting here right now.
Right.
And I don't see one person wearing a fucking suit in here.
Right, exactly.
You know, so,
yeah.
You know, these are all hard-working people that save their money to buy the car. They love the car.
Right.
You know, and I think my dad, you know, whether he knew it or not, or I knew it or not, I mean, you know, he did what he said he was going to do. You know, I don't know any other way to explain it, man. So
one other question: what do you think of the new electric car that they came out for Delorean?
I wish them the best of luck on that. You know, if that's the road they want to go down, have at it.
Right.
You know? I'm not a big EV guy in general.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I'm like my dad. I like
Combustionable.
I like the smell of gasoline.
Yeah, right on, man.
Fumes.
Yes.
Gotta smell it.
Was it? I love the smell of two-stroke gas in the morning. So you know, I mean, it's. I think EV cars doesn't matter who's doing them.
Right.
You know, that's a technology that should definitely be explored because we want to. You know, we got to start upgrading and looking at alternative power sources and things, not just for cars, but for communities and houses and everything else like that. So, you know, I hope it works for us.
Right.
We'll see what happens.
Right.
Me personally, if I had 5 G's in my pocket, I'd be buying a gas guzzler right now.
Right.
You know, but that's just me. That's not, you know. There's tons of people, you know, Musk with the Tesla, I think is a great idea. He's successful at what he did. So hopefully they can achieve the success that they're looking to achieve. I don't know much about it, but, you know, I wish them the best of luck. I saw they debuted their car at Pebble Beach about a year or so ago, I think it was. Good looking car, you know. Not really my thing.
Right.
I just... You know, I like a manual transmission. I like going fast, and I like the sound of a
motor.
gas
Yeah.
motor. You know, if you listen to old muscle cars, I mean, they just sound like they're, you know,
they're the
talking
best.
to you.
Yeah, man.
You don't even need a radio on. You
Yeah.
just listen to the motor.
Yeah.
You know.
So, you know, we'll see what happens with all that, and you know, I hope they achieve what they're setting out to do. You know, I mean, best of luck on that one. To be truthful, I don't know how that's all going to work out, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's almost like he took the design for the Cybertruck from like the Delorean.
Oh, Musk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that truck. I don't know what the hell I think about that one. You know, and like an electric, like with Musk, like an electric pickup truck just kind of seems to defeat the purpose of what, like, as I look out on that construction site,
Right.
I can't really see an electric pickup truck out on a work site, and then traditionally that's what a pickup truck's for.
The torque. I don't
Yeah.
think the electric has the torque like the
Well, the electric
combustible.
has the torque. It just doesn't have the range. You can't drive
Yeah.
that all day. I mean, if you're using it as a delivery truck, maybe, you know,
Right.
around
Yeah.
town, you know, limit the miles, but, you know, you get it on the open road, you know, unless you got the range,
Right.
it just doesn't make any sense.
I mean, I think EVs are good, like, since I live in a city and I like motorcycles, it would make more sense for me just to get an electric bike
True. Yeah.
and just go to the grocery store with my backpack and come home and not have to worry about it and then plug it in and I'm done. But, you know, like, I think when you start getting out into rural areas, like, you know, I can't wait to see them trying to convince some farmer in the middle of Wyoming that he can't have a gas-powered truck, a gas-powered lawnmower, or any of
Tractor,
that stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, right,
you know,
right.
So, So there's a lot of things to be worked out with
Right.
EVs in general, I think. So
Yeah, they still got a ways to go with this electric
Yeah.
stuff. I wholeheartedly
Yeah.
agree, and I think they're trying to push it on us too fast.
Well, the
Yeah, a little bit.
infrastructure's not
Yeah,
there.
that, you and I keep talking about that.
Yeah,
And-
Right.
I mean, you can't go everywhere and find a charging station like
Right.
you can with a gas station.
Yeah.
It's just not there yet.
They're almost
I mean,
just a local car. That's it, basically.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, because I like to drive cross country, so what am I going to do when I'm halfway across the country?
Right.
I got to stop for 4 hours?
Right, and
At a
charge up.
At a Pilot gas station to charge my car? I mean, that just to me doesn't make sense.
And you don't even know if the charger's gonna fit because they're not all
Yeah.
like the same
Yeah.
plug-in.
Not universal.
They're not universal yet.
And there was issues a year or so ago where some jackass with a high-powered rifle took out a power station, I think it was in North Carolina, and wiped out something like 30,000 homes
wow.
worth of electricity. So if we can't even get that figured out,
Right.
and our electrical grid in general is so bad,
Right.
when you have rolling blackouts because grandma turned on her washing machine, I mean, how do you expect, Gavin Newsom did this. Well, we're all going green by 2030, but this year you could only charge it if you had an EV.
Yeah.
You could only charge it at certain times. Well,
Right.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. They have
And that's-
blackouts
and
there
that's
all the
with
time.
10% of electric cars
Right,
out there.
Right.
You get up anywhere near 25 to 50%.
yeah, you're going to crash the whole system.
You're going to crash the system.
So it like that kind of thinking does not make sense. to
Yeah,
me.
they're not engineers. A lot of these guys that are like,
So I don't know how, I don't know what kind of effect that'll have for Tesla. I don't know what it's going to have for the Alpha 5 down in Texas. And I wish both the companies the best of luck.
Right,
and,
right.
If you want to gamble like that, go right ahead. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's your money, not mine.
Right.
So but it's I wish them the best. I do. And if they succeed, that's great.
Right.
So but I'll take one of these any day.
Yeah, amen,
Over
amen.
any electric car, I'll take one of these any day of the week. So even one without a windshield, goggles. So, but I hope that answers your
thank you
questions.
very much.
Yeah,
Thank you
absolutely,
so
man.
much.
Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too, Zachary.
Absolutely.
Thank you.